Attention. Please let us have your attention. You are now about to enter another dimension. So open your mind, push reset, and reboot your computer.
Time to kick it from the start, but save the best for last. Just sit back, relax, and ease your minds with Ned and Pat. You never know where they're going or what they're gonna say. They start in Leslie County, they end up on Pirate Bay. They keep the special guests coming like some interviews disciples. 1 minute it's DDP, then the next it's Shawn Michaels. Retro phenomenons, bringing throwback back, like Nico with a symbol or when Patrick's name was Brack. Chuckles in my belly, now it's time to let them out. Ned and Pat, they got the funnies, and Nico's got the rap. So what y'all waiting for? Time to pull you up a seat and kill the radio. This podcast is yours to keep. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Ned and Pat.
Hello again, friends. My name.
Hello, Pat.
Dude, what the hell? You scared the shit out of me.
I'm on the ball.
I'm Pat, and this amazing creature next to me, as always, is my good friend Ned.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing tolerable well.
Well, we've got a wacky little show in store for you this evening. Thank God for me listening to a radio show to find out the piece of news I wanted to talk about.
They're all wacky.
Yeah.
In the Hyacinth house.
Live from the Hyacinth house.
Yes.
Father-in-law told me today, he kept saying, "You guys are going to be broadcasting live from the Hyacinth house." I said, "Man, we say it every week."
Yeah, we let everybody know that this beautiful, gothic, vampiric castle that we broadcast from is known as the Hyacinth house.
Exactly.
And this plywood was salvaged from the Titanic.
And these deer heads were taken from Count Dracula's castle, deep in the heart of Romania. But, yeah. We do have a cool little show in store. Ned's, we've decided that we're going to tell some wacky police stories. And,
It's not the police. It's, well, you'll find out.
all in due time. And we have a really cool announcement about our Sid Haig interview. Very stoked about that. And, well, beyond that, we're probably just going to babble. Right?
It'll be like Bubble Babble.
Babble bubble. But, to get on with it, the piece of news that I want to talk about is, we were on our way to Lexington, and I heard about this on the radio, so I looked it up. And the byline here is, "Drunk guy parties partially nude with monkeys in research lab. No surprise that haters do not understand." So, the story is this. This cat works in a research lab with animals. And apparently one night he decided that he wanted to get drunk and play with the monkeys. So, the next morning, the scientists or physicists or biologists, whatever the hell they are, come into the lab, find the guy with nothing but a shirt on, and he's like, just said he was partying with the monkeys. So, you know that the first thing that anybody's going to wonder is, was this guy fucking the monkeys? So, after they arrest the dude, they get a team of vets in there to check the monkeys out to make sure they've not been, like, raped. And they hadn't. The monkeys had not been tampered with.
Sounds like a Pauly Shore movie, maybe.
Yeah. But, you know, I think that we should take the guy into consideration here. What if he passed out and the monkeys had their way with him? I mean, monkeys are notorious for jerking off. You know?
Well, you can't argue with logic.
I mean, really, this guy may have got, like, monkey molested. So I don't know. People need to chill out with the guy and question the monkeys, I think.
Oh, yeah. Let's ask him some questions.
They can do sign language.
Man, I think this guy was just like wanting to have a good time.
I know.
You know, one time I was out driving in Lexington, and over in one of the little medians off the highway, there was this bum, and he had this big like cardboard box broke down, and he was like standing on it, and he had him a little fire built, and he had a big like 40 in his hand,
Right.
and he was just dancing and partying and having a good time. And if there had been monkeys there, we would have judged him.
That's true. Just because there were monkeys.
I mean, monkeys are just like, sort of like little drunk people.
Yeah. Like drunk all the time people.
You ever seen the monkeys that get drunk?
I saw some on The Big Bang Theory, but not real ones.
There's like I think it's like in, I don't know, like an Asian country that's, I want to say like Vietnam or Cambodia or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe like Thailand or something.
One of the big jungle.
Probably Thailand. I don't think there's many tiki bars in Vietnam.
One of the big jungly ones.
Although, alright, never mind. I think monkeys come and like steal drinks and stuff. You know, dogs, they get to where they like want beer.
That's
like if
true.
you have it, they'll drink it.
Yeah. They'll drink liquor too.
Yeah. But almost all dogs like beer, really.
Yeah.
Like, big dogs.
Well, it is a complex carbohydrate.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, to them, it's like really sweet, probably.
Yeah. It's like drinking bread.
Yeah.
But I'm really upset that they're judging this guy.
Man, if I had kept going with a biology degree, that would have been me. I know it would have.
And could you people judge Ned?
Don't answer that.
I mean, what's wrong with partying with monkeys?
I don't know. I think it was a cool idea.
Yeah, maybe not the no pants, but
Maybe it was hot in that lab or something.
that's true.
Or maybe he got drunk and decided that he was going to break down the barriers between him and his beast-like inner self.
Connect with his kin.
Maybe he just had plans for another every which way but loose.
Maybe the monkeys felt embarrassed, so he done it to make them feel better. What if they were like covering up their little monkey junk?
What if we had like an epic moment in the monkeys' lives where, just like in the Garden of Eden, they realized that they were naked and ashamed.
So, at some point in this lab, one of these monkeys eats the forbidden Cheez-It or something.
The monkeys passed through an evolutionary epoch with one drunken researcher.
I wish you guys could have seen the gleam in his eye when he was talking about
I know. They found bonobos making stone tools, man. I swear.
Oh my God.
We gotta get Charlton Heston on this.
Yeah. I'll email
And
him.
Hal Rogers, just in case.
So he can ward off PETA.
No, Hal Rogers knows what to do in these situations.
In every situation.
I love that guy.
I do too. You know, it's funny. This happened in Georgia too. So, you know, that makes it look 10 times worse.
I'm a big fan of Georgia.
Well, I'm not against Georgia. I'm just saying it's.
Have you ever tried to eat a South Carolina peach and just ended up wishing it was Georgia peach? Because I do that constantly.
Ned sits down at the table to eat a peach, and he's like, "Damn it, Mom! This is from South Carolina."
You get this trash out of here right now. What do you think I am, a Philistine?
Do I look like a Saxon to you?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. That's
I'm a peach connoisseur.
he really is.
I'm like a peach taster.
Every year he attends the National Peach Festival.
Yeah, it's a group of peach sommeliers that detect the subtle, the subtle flavors and taste in the peach.
Not just peach connoisseurs. No.
Mm-hmm.
Peach, whatever that word was he said.
Yes.
What was that word? Sommelier.
Sommelier.
What does that mean?
You know how like wine tasters are like
Dickheads.
yeah. They think wine's so much better than beer.
They should do a TV show where they reverse the roles of wine tasters and bourbon tasters.
Yeah.
And see how long it takes the wine tasters to die.
Gosh. Man, you go in the liquor barn sometimes when like new bourbons come out. They got like a big table full of shots and like a little pretzel or something.
And if they have monkeys, they would be judged.
Yeah. It's funny that wine tasters often will spit the wine out. But I don't think bourbon tasters ever do.
Fuck no. That would be wasteful.
It's so strong, you know. It's like
they're swishing it around.
Yeah.
Because
man, you have to really love bourbon to swish it around in your mouth.
Yeah.
Especially if it's some of that single barrel stuff that's like 120 proof or something.
It's horrible. Not horrible, but it would just set you on fire.
Yeah. I tell you a cool trick.
What?
Is drink whiskey with just a little bit of water.
I've never tried that.
I find it's better than ice. Because ice tends to like make all the flavors sort of go away.
Yeah, it overwaters it.
Yeah, and if you don't drink it fast, it gets super watery.
And then when you drink it fast, it just...
It's cold and deadly.
Yeah.
Like the Alaskan death viper.
Did you know that you tuned into Bourbon 101 tonight?
I did.
And by the way, I announced something on our Facebook today, and I'm going to put it on here too. John Barnes, our CFO, he's a bit of a gardener, and he wants somebody to do this.
This is sounding very bad, Pat.
No. Listen, here's the deal.
Especially this time of year.
Barnes is growing hot peppers, like super hot peppers. So Barnes has grown a Trinidad Moruga. Like not just one. He's got like a whole fucking bush of the motherfuckers. So the challenge is, if somebody will let us film them eating a Trinidad Moruga, and
I think I already know who would do it.
And he said no, and they keep it down for 30 minutes. We're going to do something, give them something, or let them do something. I don't know, but the challenge has been issued. If anybody thinks that they can eat a Trinidad Moruga pepper and keep it down for 30 minutes, you tell us. We will come to you, bring you the pepper, and we'll even give you the ride to the hospital. But here's the deal. We're not paying your hospital bill because you got to sign a waiver. But I know you're thinking Coots, right? Mm-hmm. See, I asked him, and he... it's like the hottest pepper in the world.
I know, but he's like really into hot peppers.
I know he loves the hell out of them, but I asked him, and he wouldn't do the Trinidad Moruga. He said that he would eat like a piece of it, but he wouldn't eat the whole pepper. So, which I mean, that would be cool. I just don't want to see Coots get sick. You know.
Well,
It would be a lot funnier to me if it were somebody we didn't know or kind of know. Or
Wow, flocking to the challenge. Masses of people. We don't want anybody to die that we know.
That's
Somebody that don't know us volunteer.
exactly. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'm sure it wouldn't poison you. It's just be very,
No, it would-
extremely, horribly, awfully uncomfortable.
well, Coots sent me. He told me after I asked him that, and he was like, "I've not seen anybody keep one down for like more than 5 minutes or something." So it's really crazy. On the what's the scale that they judge peppers on? The
Scoville units?
Yeah, on the Scoville, the Trinidad is like 2.6 million or something. And Coots says that right now he's at 10,000 max. So Barnes is also growing ghost peppers too. So if you want to give that a shot, we could probably range something.
Yeah, that's only like 1.5 million or something.
Well, it's 1 million less than the Trinidad.
That scale freaks me out. Like,
Why does it have to be like in millions and thousands and such?
like, from what I understand, it started out like each unit is like an amount of sugar water that it takes to like neutralize it. It's like a really non-scientific. I think now that they'll just find the capsaicin,
Yeah.
like percentages and stuff. But I know the scale is like this really weird, like they would like little droplets of sugar water into people's mouths and just like count like how many it was before it. I mean, you could do that with like a jalapeno because it's just like a few hundred or something. But
Who could see it long enough to let them drop 2 million droplets of
yeah,
sugar
it's just
water?
like conjecture. I guess it's just based on like capsaicin content or something.
But the challenge has been issued. If anybody wants to take us up on it, that might be something cool for us to do at the Mary Breckenridge.
or not. I don't know.
I mean,
Well, we could have like a little farmer's market type set up. And he could have a nice little wicker basket with his death peppers.
no one under 21.
Yeah.
But no, like we could do it as a little contest at the Mary Breck between like ambush and somebody else's set.
Yeah. Have a sign that said free ulcers.
Free ulcers, hernias, acid reflux, whatever you can come with.
Yeah.
But that's something for y'all to dwell on.
Yeah, think about enduring some intense pain.
For everybody else's play. You'll be a martyr.
Yeah, for a paltry prize.
You'll be a martyr. Just think about that. How many people can say that they're honestly a martyr?
I don't know. We have to go to the Vatican website, I guess.
Yep. See? Even more reason. You may get listed on the Vatican website. Probably not for eating a real hot pepper.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if anybody could even do it.
I don't know.
Because Coots has probably watched every video.
Yeah, and I mean, if y'all don't know Coots, he loves like really hot shit. Like he thrives on it. He loves his shit.
He's a pepper vampire.
And Coots gave it the big negatory, which kind of freaked me out because when Barnes asked me, I was like, "Hold on, I know a guy."
I know. I had it going in my mind. It's a done deal.
And in my mind too, like when I was asking him, I honestly saw him eating it and keeping it down.
Yeah,
because he's
and like powering through the bad grizzle face.
Yeah, that'd be a good story for us to tell someday.
Oh,
It's kind of like the Great Outdoors, except, well, no, it was a lot like the Great Outdoors, except there were tuxedos. That was the only difference.
Yeah.
People go out to nice dinners for their prom, senior prom. We took Coots to try to eat a big-ass steak. And he would have done it had he not bit into that piece of road gristle. It was truly a...
Well, yeah, I think it was like a brisket or something.
Yeah, a whole side of beef.
It was like just a big piece of chuck.
Yeah.
Like the toughest thing they ever.
Just throw it down like, eat that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if it was like if you had to eat like half of a standing rib roast or something, it'd be a lot better than just a big hunk of something like the whole shoulder or something. How many ounces was it? Like,
I don't know, man. I can't remember. It was crazy though, and it was called the Bubba Can't Dance. It was a big fucking steak. I know that.
I don't know. We could peel into that and really find some disturbing things. Like, do they keep one on hand just in case? Is it something they cut smaller steaks from? Is it like locked up in like a cryogenic box, like when the one shows up?
The one,
Yeah, like when the one finally walks through those kitschy fake saloon doors and stakes his claim to destiny.
they order it, and the waiter walks back there, and they're like, "He ordered the Bubba."
Yes,
Everybody's like,
it's him. He has returned.
"It's the one." Then the chamber, and the smoke comes out, and
There's nervous chatter amongst the bus boys.
they're
Like, Leopold,
get the puke bucket.
you know, I found out who they were talking about on that cartoon.
What cartoon?
Remember Bugs Bunny?
Oh,
Remember when he was conducting the orchestra?
I remember Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
Yeah,
When he was,
Family Guy's tainted my mind.
yeah. When he was messing with the opera singer,
Oh yeah.
and he walked in and he was dressed up like Leopold. I think it's Stokowski. He was like the conductor of the. I guess it was like the New York Philharmonic or something. He was like the real storied, famous conductor, like Leopold.
He was the guy.
I thought they were talking about Leopold Mozart, but that would be like 200 years off or something.
Not very up to speed with Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
Right.
I wasn't up to date on 1940s classical music culture.
During the Looney Tune era.
Yeah, they would always reference such highbrow things in these silly cartoons.
I know.
It's like Elmer Fudd is chasing Bugs Bunny, but we're doing a Wagner opera. It's so crazy.
I love it.
It's, the older you get, the more more insane it is.
Yeah, really.
Like World War II references and stuff.
It was like that with the Disney cartoons, too. Well, when they done their World War II stuff. You remember the one where Donald Duck was, like, joining the Army or the Air Force or something?
Yeah, I think they even did training films and stuff.
And then then Donald Duck ended up having to peel taters.
Because back in those days before computers, you had to draw stuff.
Yeah.
If you needed like something animated,
Then you had to draw a lot of stuff.
it took a bunch of guys with slick backs and cigarettes and coffee
And scotch.
Yeah, and they were drinking scotch and
animating Donald Duck.
And they had like their ties loosened up. And they had like they were giving each other like these stressed out looks.
Very reminiscent to a scene from The Godfather, except they're doing animation instead of illegal gambling and liquor sales. Yeah. But I don't know how we got this far from the monkeys, but we've managed to somehow. The monkeys.
What if he was listening to Daydream Believer while they were partying?
That would be that'd be poetic justice.
And he was watching Clint Eastwood.
What if he was watching Jane Goodall?
Mm.
Or King Kong? Or Dunstan Chixie?
Yeah.
You know,
Or the monkeys were making fun of our bud.
or Space Jam.
Yeah.
You know, somebody asked me the other day if we were ever going to talk about reality TV. And
Such a broad topic.
well, it just came to me right then because my wife watches this show called Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Have you ever heard of Honey Boo Boo?
Mm-mm.
Okay, here's the deal. You've heard of Toddlers and Tiaras, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So Honey Boo Boo is this little girl from Georgia, and her mother is
It sounds like you're making this up.
what's the best way to put it? Her mother is atrocious.
In what way?
Well, she weighs about 306 pounds. That was on the last week's episode, though. They're on a diet right now. She's got like 4 kids by 4 different people, or something like that. I mean, you know, it's like Redneck Heaven. But
She sounds like Early's woman on Squidbillies.
you know, she's really comparable. I swear to God. And the dad of the little girl, they call her Honey Boo Boo, but her name's Alana. Honey Boo Boo's dad lives with them, and he's with the mom, but they're not married because she won't marry him, and they all call him Sugar Bear. Even the little girl, that it's her dad. She calls him Sugar Bear, and the way that the show got its name is that little girl was on Toddlers and Tiaras, and she was talking about like winning or something, and she said, $1 makes me holler, Honey Boo Boo. This kid's like 6.
$1 makes me holla.
Honey Boo Boo. Like, I'm going to pull this up. You've got to. I mean, it's wacky. But it makes me wonder. Look at that. This is the number one thing. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. It makes me wonder.
Man, this disturbs me so much. I know I could never even get close.
There's the mom.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Exactly. Here's the family shot. See, back there's Sugar Bear. And then there's Honey Boo Boo. Look at Honey.
Oh, man, I think she could take Sugar Bear in a wrestling match.
This is Honey Boo Boo normal. This is Honey Boo Boo in pageants. I mean,
This is really the most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
people, how many years has it been since this John Benet Ramsey shit went on?
I can't even remember.
And people are still doing this. This would be the perfect time to insert a Tosh rape joke. Because it's like you're screaming out to child molesters here.
I don't know. I'm deeply disturbed by little girls trying to be sexy.
No.
This is like this is terrible.
And they have They have a pet pig. They got her a pet pig a couple episodes ago. And it's a boy. And she named it Glitzy and said she's going to make it gay. Now look. little tiny children, they shouldn't know about gay and straight, I don't think. I mean, that may sound wrong, but I mean that I don't think that's something a child should be.
You know, I was watching Mountain Man the other No, I agree. What happened to kids being kids?
Exactly.
I mean, really.
Kids know way too much now, and it's the internet. It's all the internet.
Man, being a kid is so awesome too.
And the mom is a couponer. Makes it even better.
Yeah.
Like
it's a way to save money.
Like she's an extreme couponer.
Like the kind I always get behind.
Yeah. The ones that have 3 carts full of shit and spend $30.
Well, you gotta give it to them if they get 3 carts for $30.
Look at her licking her lips over at mustard right there.
That is an industrial looking mustard jar.
The other day, the other night, the one I watched with my wife, she said, she was rubbing her face. She said, "This is an old barn, but when you shine it up, it looks pretty damn good." Gosh, you gotta love people from Georgia. Love it. Oh, look, our sugar bear. A big dip in his mouth.
Man, the South is so amazing.
It really is.
It's like everything interesting in this entire country has come out of the South.
Look, the one daughter is named Chubbs. Uh-oh. Look, that looks like a mugshot. It is a mugshot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord, Honey Boo Boo's mom done got locked up in a pen. How's she going to get to the pageant? But I don't know. Shit bothers me. Look, they done a pageant together, apparently. The little girl looks, like any normal, overly made up child would look in a pageant, and the mom looks like a big pink disco
It
ball.
always freaks me out, like
Here's Lady Gaga, mom and girl.
how I don't know. Them being on the show, obviously, they have a different perspective than the audience of people who are just looking for train wrecks to watch. But
Yeah. So I thought that would be kind of cool for our first big delve into reality TV. Because I figured you hadn't ever watched it.
I'm kind of like mad that I ever had to see this. I was in my happy world of mountain men and
Tolkien.
Yeah, Tolkien. I was flying around on dragons and
Hanging out with a pipe.
yeah, I was.
Had a good little nightcap.
Yeah, I was sitting in an overstuffed chair and.
And then all of a sudden, here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah. Move over, John Paul Sartre.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out what was up with Ludwig Wittgenstein, and here comes Honey Boo Boo.
That's going to be our running joke for the rest of the show. We were hanging out in the hot tub, and then all of a sudden, here comes Honey Boo. Wait, that didn't work at all. That was.
You can't say that you're going to have a running joke, man. You've tried mercilessly on the whole point of having a running joke.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of I was sitting in a hot tub, and then here comes Honey Boo Boo. That's wrong. I take that back.
How about them cats?
Yeah. Midnight Madness coming up sometime.
Did you see, it was way the other day, but Joker Phillips was giving some kind of a speech to the athletic department. He was almost like getting mad. He's like, everybody doesn't have to respect us, but you have to respect us. It's like crazy.
It was a wrestling promo, wasn't it?
I know. I have a feeling that Mr. Calipari is ran off with their purse full of athletic monies over there with the gridiron. They're probably wearing like I don't know, like Russell Cotton jerseys and stuff.
Probably. I got them at Sports Connection.
Yeah.
Sports World, something like that.
And the basketball team's wearing like carbon fiber nanotubes that wick moisture away and constantly provide electrolytic balance. And
Michael Jordan delivers all their uniforms personally.
yeah, they're playing with those little white pads that we had in middle school.
Yeah.
One time we were in the locker room and Chick will put on a pair of the small,
Oh, God.
like 7th grade, 120-pound receiver pads.
Oh, no. How did he get them over that one arm?
I have no idea how the man got them on. He completely unlaced them and like, it was like putting a bangle on your wrist or something. I don't know.
Did he do the Chick life?
Not only that, but he ran around the locker room going, ah! Like freaking people out.
He runs?
Schickel is amazingly fast. Schickel could outrun the entire team.
That's crazy.
Schickel is like...
This man, people, when we went on our senior trip, Universal Islands of Adventure just opened, and he like almost couldn't fit in the roller coaster car for the Hulk, literally. And when he did squeeze in, like when they would go around the turns and the flips and shit, you know, when you're in a roller coaster, you have a tendency to jolt around. He couldn't move. The only way he moved was when the roller coaster moved. Like he wasn't jostled at all because he was in so tightly.
Man.
Wacky. But folks, we're going to take a very quick break and we'll come right back to you with some silly cop stories and tell you what's going on as always in the world of KYR Radio. We'll be right back after this.
Hey folks, it's Pat from KYR Radio. We all know that the internet's a great advertising medium, and if you're looking to do so, look no farther than KYR Radio. KYR has several very reasonably priced packages for advertising, and we guarantee professional quality. So, if interested, please contact us at KYRradio12@gmail.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/KYRradio12.
And we have returned again.
Good evening.
Keep sending us those spooky texts.
Yeah. We're going to open up the zombie apocalypse line. I don't think they keep it open anymore.
Big Al was wanting us to call him, but now he's not around anymore.
Let's call him anyway.
I don't remember his number.
He's sent it to you before.
1 billion times.
Facebook keeps track of every single thing that you've ever said to everybody.
They really do. That freaks me out.
That's terrible, ain't it?
Because, like, shit pops up.
Think about this. As soon as the Aurora, Colorado shooting happened, they went through all of his social networking stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was right there. They found where he'd like been striking out with girls, and like he put a adult friend finder profile up.
I saw that part.
It's like if they want to go in and investigate, it's crazy. Especially when you do the most horrible thing ever.
Yeah. That was,
What a rotten bastard.
I know. I've not seen any of the new videos from the hearings or anything. Have you?
I don't know.
Is he still looking all addled and such?
I don't know. I can't get I just don't know. That's just going to have to be a wait and see what kind of crazy he is.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? I just stared off into the distance.
You did the quintessential stare off into the distance look.
Yeah. But, so Ned and I were sitting here before we got everything rolling.
Ned and I were at Outback the other day.
You know, our original plan was to have our hetero life mate party, or not party, but ceremony tonight. We were going to exchange hetero vows. But the problem is that we've not ordered the one ring yet that we're going to exchange.
Oh, God. We're going to dress like wizards.
Yeah. Well, he's going to dress like a wizard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's going to be Gandalf, and I don't know who I want to be yet. I'm torn between Aragorn and Gimli.
Gosh, that's the most disturbing thing I've ever heard in my life.
You came up with it.
Shut up!
When we get the one ring, though, it's going down.
We're getting pulled off the air.
We can't. There's no boundaries on the internet.
God, how I wish that there was an angry station manager pounding on the glass right now.
How great would that be? With his cigarette, and he's just like...
Yeah, he's got like a bad suit on, and he got kind of like a comb over.
Writing on a piece of paper and holding it up to the glass.
He's like,
Stop.
yeah, off the air now. You can't talk about wizards.
We get our own piece of paper and draw a big penis on it and hold it up.
Yeah. You know how much hate mail we get from the Wizard Union?
What was the big guild of wizards called in Lord of the Rings?
Oh, the council.
Yes.
Saruman and Radagast. And Gandalf and the two blue wizards that nobody's ever heard of.
Apparently you have.
Well, I mean,
You had the appendices.
I did. I almost got appendicitis from it.
So we were...
That's going to be my review for The Hobbit. I'll get on Rotten Tomatoes. The part with the appendices gave me appendicitis.
Your only thing should be, where's Tom Bombadil? In like every one of them. From The Hobbit, even though he wasn't in it. All the way up.
Horribly spam them to death with...
Where's Tom Bombadil?
Write them letters on behalf of the Tom Bombadil Society.
Let's
We've noticed a egregious lack of bombadiliosity.
Bombadilly. That's like if there's a bunch of them.
We call ourselves like bombadilians.
Where's a bombadilly? The bombadilly. I like that. I'm going to put that in my vows. My fellow bombadilly with your silken hair.
Lord.
And your manly beard. But anyway.
You're getting real out of hand here.
I know. So we were talking.
I'm like almost out of the driveway. In my mind.
We were talking before the show came on.
No, we weren't. Shut up.
About experiences that we've had with the police. And when Ned lived in Lexington, before I ever moved down there with him, they had this like badass house with a hot tub, and this really funny thing happened. So I'll turn it over to my hetero life partner.
Thanks a lot, Pat.
Anytime. Fuck that story up. Go ahead.
Well, we we had one of those neighbors that hate you for living, and you never know why. And I think it had something to do with he wore glasses and he had a mustache.
Good reason.
And so he would like show up in weird hours in his bathrobe going, yeah, turn this down. And sometimes we would just be watching TV or not even have the TV on. I don't know. He might have been a crazy person. And then when we would have like a big party or something, a lot of times he wouldn't even say anything. I never understood that.
He walks by, he's like, how you doing, guys?
Oh, yeah, like, I don't know. He was tormented by
Life.
well, maybe like some gypsy cursed him or something. I don't know.
Like in Thinner?
Sort of.
Okay.
I guess it would be louder with him. I don't know.
Assier.
Assier, yeah. But he like started calling the police on us like all the time. And the police were getting mad. Like, why do we have to keep going to this one place and nothing ever happens? And we had like a little backyard with like a slope that sort of went down because of the cover. And we like went out one day and just grilled some and sitting in the hot tub like drinking a beer with the women's volleyball team. UK. Like all of them. Okay.
Wearing next to nothing.
No, they were wearing their like little shin pads and stuff.
Oh.
In the hot tub.
At least you kept it clean and respectable.
Well, I made it plausible.
Right.
But anyway, here comes around
Honey Boo.
That's it.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. Keep going.
How do I get out of here?
Keep going.
Can you hit that can you hit the air lock for me? I need to get one of those skate pods.
Yeah, my bad.
But anyway, two cops come around. What's all this then? They were British cops.
In legs.
Nobody knew why they had the big hats. And one of them was wearing like the pants, like the Knickerbocker pants.
Yeah.
And he had a riding crop that he would like hit against his leg for emphasis.
Like Alice Cooper.
Yeah. And the other one had a snake. Like a Burmese python.
He's obviously telling the complete truth.
Why would I lie?
Exactly.
But anyway, they came around the corner and thought that they had busted up a real rollicking, shenanigan-laden shindig. And it was three guys. And, well, it was just three guys.
Chilling.
You can insert what you want.
Keep in mind, too, that when he told me one was skinny cop and one was fat cop.
No offense to the police, but he was a pretty fat guy. But so am I, so who cares? But this guy comes, they're like looking for trouble. Looking to break up the ruckus. Let this poor guy sleep so he could get up and plumb the next day. No, actually, the plumber was the cool one that hung out with us. I think this guy, like, I don't know. I think he drank poison all day. And it didn't kill him.
He was a manufacturer of anthrax.
I don't know. He looked to be like somebody that had something to do with like propane and insurance and.
You live next to Hank Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He was just a hater of fun.
Such as Hank Hill.
Yeah. Anyway, the cops come around the corner and what's all this then? And he's like, three guys sitting in the hot tub not making any noise. That seems to contradict the account that was given to us by a mustache man. And he's like, what y'all doing out here? So we're sitting in the hot tub. It's attached to a house, so it's ours.
We did not steal it from Mustache Man.
He's like, well, we got some noise complaints. We heard that you guys were having a big party over here. And then Fat Cop turns around and says, oh my God, there's a slippery slide. The other guy looks at him like, you fucking idiot.
There went all of our respect.
Well, it just changed the tenor of the situation considerably.
No doubt.
But no, they were actually like really cool. They were like, man, this guy is driving us crazy. He calls us all the time. He said, we're trying to go out and round up the rapists and bungle the burglars.
Bongle the burglars.
Yeah. He's like, we're trying to keep three guys in the entire UK volleyball team from enjoying a beverage in the hot tub.
And a leisurely soak.
Yeah, leisurely soak. The weather was warm and the cars were fleeting.
Man.
Until Mustache Man just
had to fuck it all up.
Oh, God.
And then he told that, and it made me think about one night we were having a little get-together at our friend Dustin was having a little get-together, and a bunch of us were there. It's like a house full of people. And during our younger years, we had a real affection for the purloining of road signs. So we had like a million road signs like hanging from the ceiling, and we're out like in the kitchen part of his house, and there's like we had a pony keg, and we're just hanging out, and all of a sudden somebody knocks on the door. We look up, and it's a cop. Well, back here in the actual kitchen part, like where the stove and everything is, there's this pony keg and three guys, Eddie Dale, Webb, and Dixon. Webb is wearing a black shirt that says police. Dustin is sitting right beside the door. Webb opens the door. The cop says, where's the owner of this house? Webb says, he's in there. While Dustin's sitting beside the door. Webb goes in there like to look for him. Comes back, says, I can't find him. The cop says, who's the oldest guy here? Webb looks at Dixon and says, he's 30. Dixon says, I'm 29, motherfucker. And the cop just kind of looks at him crazy. Webb comes up to him and he says, man, I don't want none of this shit either. I'm one of you. And points to his police t-shirt.
He's like, I'm one of you guys.
And then during this time, two guys had jumped out of a window that was, I swear to God, it was no more than like 8 inches wide. I don't see how they got out of it, but they jumped out this window and got running up the creek. The cop ends up just telling us to like take the road signs down and throw them away. And
you know how Jackie Chan, instead of opening a car door, he just like leaps through the one little triangle window that you open with that little handle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's quicker.
That's what those two guys do.
It's about what they did.
Yeah.
It was like jumping off a diving board down through a air conditioning vent
into a glass of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was how it was. But that's probably my funniest police story.
There you have it.
Awkward silence.
Those boys in blue.
Yeah. God.
He come up to the door and he's like, all right, boys, the jig is up. I'm a police officer, as you can see.
I'm an officer of the law.
You saw right. I'm a cop. The fun's over.
Went like straight South Park mode there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty wacky. But I think we've got somebody here.
You know, the moral of the story is in all these stories, the cops were exceedingly cool.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I'm getting ready to go home. Please don't cause any trouble. I gotta take you signs. It's illegal to have them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so reasonable.
I forgot about him saying that. He's like,
He's like, it's like, come on. He's like,
I'm on my way home.
He's like, I know you guys are doing this party thing, but nobody drink too much.
Don't drive.
Please don't drive, or we will get you.
Click it or take it.
Yeah.
Drive drunk, hit a stump. Well, he didn't say that one, but I mean, it would have fit the situation, I guess. But yeah, the cops were really cool that time, and they were really cool with Ned. So they're not all bad.
Well, I think the majority are good.
I thought you were going to say they were douche nozzles.
No.
Like,
There's in any group of people, there's a few that sort of taint the rest. A few bad apples.
taint.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you'll have that from time to time.
It's an easy target. It's a hard job, stressful. You got people lying to you all the time. You got people trying to kill you and stuff. It's a little different than like making change in the register, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People are like trying to hit you in the head with baseball bats with nails drove through them and dipped and burning a hole. You've never seen that happen?
No, I've not. I'll tell you what, Ned, tell him another little cop story. I'm going to get.
I think that was the only ones I had.
Surely you can make one up. No.
Officer O'Malley was the hard-nosed detective of Rock House.
Oh my God.
He said, you better keep that racket down, son, or I'll come back with the paddy wagon.
We're just so happy to have this phone thing that we kind of go crazy with it sometimes. Don't we?
Agreed.
But folks, we are going to take another quick break. Let you listen to some DDP yoga stuff, and we'll be right back in just a few seconds.
On ddpyoga.com. You want to invest in yourself and take control of your life? I call it owning your life. Go to ddpyoga.com and own it. See ya. Bang! Monkey.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Ned is going to get himself something to drink. So, well, he just made a big crazy noise. So I'm going to be holding down the fort while he's gone. Try not to go too crazy. So I guess, I can go ahead and do my little plugs. As always, we want to thank Amberly and Tommy for doing all of our photos and our design work. Amberly, you can check her out at aflemingphotography.info or email her at aflemingphotography@gmail.com. She's got some really awesome packages. I went and picked up our photo shoot the other day, and she showed me some new things that she's doing. Really awesome. And, everything she does is amazing. She does really great work, and it's super, super affordable. You really can't beat it. Truth. Complete truth. And then Tommy is just all about drawing pictures for us, and we fucking love him for that. So definitely check all that out. And also, you just heard from DDP there. If any of you guys are interested in that DDP yoga, go to our blog and click on that banner if you want to buy it, because you'll help us out if you do so. And let's see, what else do I need to plug? We've got all kinds of cool things coming up, and Ned's back. Hello, Ned.
Hey.
We've been talking about it for several weeks now. We've got Scarefest in Lexington coming up, and we're real stoked about it. And now, just within the past couple of days, I guess, on the main page here, it's saying that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Malcolm McDowell, who played the Master of Ultraviolence, Alex, in Kubrick's Clockwork Orange, will give an introduction and have a Q&A session followed by an exclusive screening of Clockwork Orange at Cinemark Fayette Mall. That's the theater behind the mall, isn't it, Ned?
Yeah, I think so.
So they're going to screen a Clockwork Orange there.
Cinemark is, yeah.
And you can talk to Malcolm McDowell. I mean,
He was Caligula.
yeah, he was Caligula too.
He brought Gore Vidal and Bob Guccione's masterful vision to life.
But now, thank God I finally got internet out here in the Hyacinth house. We can we can give you like a rundown of the people that are going to be at this thing. And like here, the horror guests, we've got Clive Barker, Malcolm McDowell.
He's a pretty famous guy.
John Bernthal, who's in The Walking Dead. Chandler Riggs is the little boy in The Walking Dead. Tony Todd, he was Candyman.
That's Candyman.
He was also in the Final Destination movies.
He looks a little bit like Howlin' Wolf's guitar player.
Then we've got Doug Bradley, who's Pinhead. Josh Breck is the Creeper in Jeepers Creepers, and it just so happens Jeepers Creepers 3 is going to be coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, they've been showing them like crazy on TV.
Oh yeah.
I sat and watched them the other day.
Then you got Chris Sarandon, who was in The Princess Bride. He's the voice of Jack Skellington. I mean,
was he Prince Humperdinck?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, there it even says it.
Yep. You've got Stephen Joffreys, who's in Fright Night. Lisa Marie, who's in Sleepy Hollow. Meg Foster, He-Man, They Live. Dee Wallace, Cujo, E.T. Scout Taylor Compton was in the new Halloween films, the Rob Zombie joints there.
The joints.
Yep. Daniel Harris, who was Jamie in Halloween 4 and 5, who we will be interviewing. And she's also going to be screening her film. It's her directorial debut of Among Friends. Kane Hodder.
Look here, who we've got. Who is that?
Look that right there coming.
Who is that menacing man?
With that handlebar mustache. I want to bring something to your attention, too. Check this out.
Look that right there coming, babe.
You've got Kane Hodder, who is Jason, handlebar mustache. Then you've got one of the leather faces, R.A. Mihailov, something like that. Derek Mears.
You did his name so much justice.
I know, I'm sorry. Derek Mears, Predators, and Friday the 13th. Some special effects artists, sci-fi face-off cast. Victor Miller, screenwriter, actor. Charles Edward Pogue, he redone The Fly, and he also done Psycho 3 and Dragonheart. Several more, too, but we've got another Jason here, and look. He looks eerily like Kane Hodder.
I think Kane Hodder's assembling an army.
He may be cloning himself.
Of murderers.
He may be cloning himself. I mean, who knows? And that's just the horror guess. We got a whole another group of paranormal. Josh Gates. We all know what's going on there.
Scott Smith is interested in that.
Yeah. Then we've got Billy Tolley from Ghost Adventures. From Ghost Hunters International, Paul, Joe, Susan, and Scott.
No last name given.
And who's this, Ned?
This is Chip Coffee.
Exactly. I mean, you've got a friggin' slew of people that's going to be at this thing. And it's going to be great.
It's going to be a slew zoo.
A slew zoo. So,
Oh, my.
if you have the weekend free, the last weekend of September, the 28th through the 30th, it's at the Lexington Convention Center, which is Rupp Arena. Right?
Yeah.
You go down here, you can get a 3-day ticket is $60. Saturday ticket's $25. Friday and Sunday's $20. You can get a gold ticket for all 3 days for $115. I mean, it's affordable. It's going to be great. Definitely worth going to. What?
Nothing. I just...
I'm trying to help them out, man.
No, I was thinking about something else completely different.
You were thinking about Chip Coffee or Honey
really
Boo Boo One.
was. Like Chip Coffees.
Do you think we'll be able to interview him?
I don't think so. He's a psychic.
He'll know we're coming.
Yeah. He'll be like, no, definitely no.
What if we walk up to him and he said, "I knew you were coming"?
It's like cheesiest psychic line ever.
I know. But how cool would it be if he did it?
He probably does just to mess with people.
I would.
Yeah, if I was...
Playing a psychic on TV.
I don't know. He's Shit. What was all that?
I don't know. And then the same weekend up in Columbus, we got Wizard World going on, and it's going to be Eliza Dushku, CM Punk, William Shatner, Stan Lee. Yeah. Really busy that weekend, but it's going to be worth it for sure. And another really cool thing is 2 weeks from tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, or today, which will be Wednesday, or yesterday, whenever you're listening to this. On September the 5th, we will be interviewing Sid Haig on the show. Comments? Thoughts?
I don't know.
Ned, last night, Ned was like, "Man, there's all these people liking the Devil's Rejects on Facebook, and we're going to be talking to the guy."
That's so weird.
He really is kind of a legend.
He is. He's a kind of iconic figure in horror cinema.
Yes. And
He's a real interesting guy. Like,
he is.
nobody else in the world looks like him. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
He's so distinctive.
He really is. I mean, he's so distinctive that when you're sitting in the stall of a toilet trying to hammer a beer,
He's very well mannered in bathrooms. He's a perfect gentleman
oh my God,
in the water closet.
in the loo.
Yeah, he's
a gem in the loo.
yeah, he's
Oh, we're going to talk to Sid about some unconventional things. You know, we're not going to go down the hey, when's your next movie coming out route. Although we do have to ask him about one of his movies that's coming out because it looks really cool.
yeah. Man, I'd just be interested to talk. I mean, how he even got
into it.
It's like, I don't know. He got hooked up with Rob Zombie and like turned into like this legend or something.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's like, and people like really love him too.
Yeah.
It's like last night
He was like bombarded when we were there at the.
He was. Thank God.
He had like a line like around the building. Like
Yeah.
of people want to talk to.
Yeah, he had a line as long as like those people that had their own rooms to themselves.
Yeah.
And like the other night, I was emailing him, and like my wife says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Emailing Sid Haig." You know, like name dropping. And she's like, "Oh my God, tell him I love him." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I write like, "Thanks a lot, Sid, blah, blah, blah. My wife says to you she loves you," and he writes back, and he says, "Best to you and your wife." It's just, even via email, he's so well-mannered, you know. But then, a little while later, a week or two or something like that, we're going to be interviewing Diamond Dallas Page on the show.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of
that,
some stuff.
Of that interference we had.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of some things.
Thank God that's not happening anymore. That scared me, man. I didn't know what was coming out.
We're gonna get to the bottom of some macho topics.
I'm sure he'll tell us some more about DDP yoga, which we're all about hearing. And then just kind of like to ask him about some of the macho topics and what he thinks about what's going on in the world of professional wrestling today.
Oh, man, that guy's got some stuff to talk about.
War stories.
Yeah.
War stories.
Craziness.
But we got both of those coming up, and then, we're working on a ton more, trying our best to get John Reese Davies. Trying our best, because he did promise us.
He did. He
did. He did. It's, yeah.
He's an Englishman, and the way I understand it, you can deed people land with an oral agreement.
Hey, I'm sure you can. I mean, he was one of the last lines of the defense of Middle Earth.
He took out a chupacabra.
Ned said he took out a chupacabra on a cruise ship. I mean, how can this guy is just amazing. I don't know. But we've got all that going on. And then also we're going to be doing the Mary Breckenridge on the first weekend of October. Come out and hang out with us. We're going to try to stream it if we can.
Yeah, if we could get some live coverage.
Yeah. And then also, here in a few weeks, we're going to have Brian Keeling. You guys, his band, the Lugnuts, were the first music we ever got to play. So we're looking forward to talking to him. And then also, September the 9th, we're going to go and hang out with Boba Flex. Ain't that right?
That is right.
I wonder if they'll let us go on their bus. You think they'll let us go on their bus?
If we wear something pretty, probably.
Ooh. Maybe I can wear down there what I'm going to wear for our Hetero Life Mate ceremony.
I told you to hush.
Man, stop hating. It was your idea. He's going to act like he's not hearing me, but he is.
Wow.
But
we still doing the show?
I think we're probably getting ready to wrap it up.
I've been studying on learning how to play them drums. I've kindly figured it out.
And?
Well, them fellers that plays them drums, they kick at one thing that hits that big wash tub.
Yeah.
That big boomer.
Yeah.
They swarp at with their foot and hit it. It hits that big boomer, and they'll hit that boomer, and then they'll hit that trash can lid. They'll swarp it a lick or two, and they'll hit that little thing it pops. They'll put one of them in there.
Yeah.
And they'll do one, and then maybe another. You know, they'll hit some of them other little, you know, like it looks like a old wash tub or something. Look like,
Yeah.
and boy, them fellas can get down on them. They can beat the socks off them things.
Yeah.
But keeping that boomer going.
That's the big part of it.
That big boomer's you gotta kick the shit out of it. You gotta kick it every time you swap that lid and that popper. You gotta keep that boomer going too. I don't see how they remember to keep that boomer going sometimes when they swarping all over the place. I'm beating 90 on them things.
Lowering the boom.
Hey, they absolutely, they swapped the socks off of them.
Oh, man.
Reckon they have to whittle them sticks down.
Probably.
I bet it was probably locust. Locust woods.
Maybe ash.
I don't know. Myself, I'd probably use black gum. That way they wouldn't fall out of your hands as bad.
Yeah. One more thing to mention.
Reckon how fast you could swap them things if you got up time, you know.
On crank.
No, you just you got to feeling, like you got that boomer going good. And you were swapping that big lid every time.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. We didn't get to do Merc-Where They Now or Tales from the Jail tonight because we got started a little too late. So we'll,
My fault.
Yeah, not really. Kinda. But it's okay.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah. But we'll get those going next week. I think Nico needed a little more time to research.
He's doing some crack research.
He is. And then
I can't find out where Sith Lord 42 is.
but I'll hunt him down.
We got some guys on it.
We've got a team on it.
Yeah, he's taking he's got like a big telescopic lens camera, and he's in a dark room, and he's thinking, hello, Sith Lord 42.
Yes.
So he's got him pegged, probably.
So we've got that coming up.
Yeah, and he's going to take over his computer with Jedi mind tricks.
Oh, yeah. Try to keep the Black Devil away. Mm-hmm. We got that coming up, though, and that's really about it. Yeah, that's about it. If you all know anybody that wants to sponsor an up-and-coming podcast radio station, tell them to call us.
And if anybody's got a Dodge Dart, email us.
Get up with us.
Because we're looking for us a hot rod.
We're looking to buy or trade. Or trade. You know they're re-releasing the Dodge Darts.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's next? Gremlins?
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Whose idea was that?
I don't know. We'll have to research that one, talk about it.
I know. We'll have to call John DeLorean.
Hells yeah. But folks, that's all the time we got for tonight. We will be back next week. We will still be as crazy as we were this week. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little less. You never know. Fuck the state fair.
Somebody's still butthurt.
Thanks to Nico for the theme song, by the way.
Yeah.
And to everybody that continues to listen to us. We appreciate it. But for tonight, my name is Pat. Beside me is my good friend Ned, who, God, please let this work, who always, as always, has to say,
Thanks for playing Seep, Him.
damn, that was every one of them, wasn't it? We'll see y'all next week, folks. Be good.